Hello, this is Abraham Klein with the Saltsburg News and Saltsburg Videos, and I'm here today with Tom Trunzo, who is the I forget what the title was, Secretary Treasurer of the library, and it's located here up at Schoolhouse Square, and we're going to talk a little bit today about the library. And first of all, how long have you, Tom Trunzo, been involved with the library?
Actually, I've used the library for years and years. As far as being on the board, it's been approximately 6 years that I got onto it after I'd retired from Marion Center.
Okay.
And had some, what they said was free time to help out, but we know what that does.
Had you had like previous, what sort of term I'm looking for? Had you had previous experience like working with the library up in Marion Center and things like that?
Well, when through the school, when I taught at Saltsburg and also when I was the principal at Marion Center, obviously we had to do a lot with the school library.
Right.
And so a lot of that can be transferred over to the public library as well.
Okay.
And my love of reading also, inspired me to help out here.
Okay, so that's kind of what you would say kind of made you want to get involved with the Saltsburg Library?
That and my wife and her aunt were very involved, and they sort of coaxed me into helping out.
Okay. Now you said you've been on here for 6 of the years.
Yes.
What do you know about the history of the library? I know you were telling me earlier that your wife would probably know more, but has it always been like a separate entity from the school? Is it?
Yes. It's never been part of the school. It's always just been the Saltsburg Free Library, which is an important aspect of it, and just a public library. And it's probably been around for 50 or more years. And my wife got involved when she was in high school with it, and throughout the years, a lot of people have been involved keeping it alive, and it's gone through some struggles.
Yeah. And speaking of that, it's had its share of struggles, at least, especially with location. At least in recent years, I know.
Yes.
It's been all over the place. I remember when I was in elementary school. I think I might have maybe been in middle school when it used to be up where the H&R Block is.
Right.
And I remember going there, and then and then it went and disappeared. I didn't know where it was for the longest time. And how has that been being involved in the library?
Before it went into the above the shop and save there, it had been actually where the shop and save currently does their unloading and loading of their supplies and stuff, and it had been in a building right across from the end of shop and save. And when they started getting to the point where they were bringing in big tractor trailers, it had gotten in the way. So that's when we moved over to the what is currently H&R Block, above shop and save.
Yeah.
And we were there for they were there for many years.
Yeah, I remember that's going back early 2000s, maybe late 90s that I remember.
And then because of various things, leases and things of that nature, we had to look for a new location. And at that point, we were able to get a room in the Saltsburg Elementary, the old Saltsburg Elementary.
Right, and you guys were there for a while there?
We were there for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
But it was a tough location to be at. People didn't know, and it was only open in the evenings. And so not being in town really affected the number of people that would come. And then we looked at possibility of different locations, and the borough had this location come up, and so we've been here now. We're going on our third year.
Third year,
so
okay.
That's just a great thing for us.
So for a while you're over at the elementary school, but there was no elementary school. It was just a little spot in the back of the building, but now you guys have this, which used to be a medical facility.
Right.
Which I've talked to different people, and they said that helps the fact that, of course, it being a foreign medical facility, it probably is pretty sure it's clean.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
things like that.
Although we had a lot of cleanup to do.
Right. We were talking about different locations and things, but what has been some of the greatest challenges being a part of taking care of a library? It's kind of like, it's not really something that can help itself most of the time. It really needs a lot of tender care.
Right, and we had a lot of books in storage. We had a lot of books over at the elementary, and just the transport to get them here, along with some of the shelving, and then converting the medical rooms into actual usable space. It took some effort and a lot of volunteer work. We don't have paid employees. Everything is done with through volunteers, and so time, effort, just getting people to get this up and running was a big challenge. Now that it is up and running, the big challenge is to get people to realize, oh, we do have a library in Saltsburg,
right,
and to get them here.
Right, and so things have obviously changed since the original library. What are some things new or currently unique about the library now?
I think a big part of it is, like every library, no longer do people just come in and research. They have their computers and different ways of doing that. We don't have encyclopedias anymore. Those type things are gone. So obviously we've entered the computer age. We have computers available for people to come in and use if they need it. And we've, on our website and Facebook, we talk about how they can acquire ebooks through the Philadelphia Free Library, because we looked into having ebook circulation here at this library, but it's just too costly for such a small organization. And so the technology is a big thing, and just keeping up on what people want to read, and trying to get them to realize, okay, not everything should be on an ebook. Come get a book in your hand and actually read it.
Right.
It makes a difference.
And, as far as the fact that things change, technology changes, I've often thought about libraries in the fact that they have to keep up with a lot of the latest books. I mean, it's not like you can get every book, but like, how do they figure out what should come next? I guess you could say.
A lot. There are so many writers that do series now, and you can see the interest in like a Janet Ivanovich, a Stephen King, even. So you try to keep up with the popular authors, and then we try to reach out to the community and say, hey, what books do you want in there? And so that's something, we put a survey on our website, or just ask people when they come in and try to get ideas, and that's something we need to know. What books do you want?
Okay, and what are some things currently going on? More than just reading, I've heard of there being different groups are meeting here and different events have been going on.
One of the things we want to do is make this a community project. I mean, obviously the borough has helped us with the building, and we've helped them out doing a few things. The volunteer fire company always helps us with the duck race every year. All the local businesses support us very well, and we're thankful that we have that. So we want to give back to the community and see what they can do. Every month we have a children's story hour. This month it's January 21st, and Carly Haruska comes in and reads a book and entertains pre-K to third grade kids, and that's been popular. If older kids want to come, they're more than welcome. Sometimes we break it up, and my wife or someone else will take an older group and read something to them. We also have a book club. This time it's January 19th, and they select a book, read it throughout the month, then they come in and discuss it. I think they have some snacks and things also. But it gets people talking about some of the books. Angela Welter, a local person, does jewelry activities. And I know this month, let me see exactly what she is doing. Swarovski crystal necklace on January 26th at 6 o'clock. Now you pay $10 for the materials, and then they do different type of, make this jewelry. And we've done that for a few months, and she does a real nice job. We're looking at, they do those painting activities, have become popular, and we're looking at maybe holding one of those here. And so whatever we can do that, gets the community involved is what we're looking at. So we're looking for new ideas from people, and we're open to them.
All right. And what are some of the plans for the library itself going forward?
Well, one of our biggest steps lately has been to completely computerize our circulation. We bought a software program, and they've barcoded every book, and so now you have a ID card that is barcoded. You bring that in, they scan it, scan the book in. It keeps a list of your history, just an updated system of checking books in and out and knowing what is available. So that was a big thing. Now we were just hoping to maintain, like I said, get new books, have different activities, and just try to reach out and get people here to actually use the library.
All right. And what's some information on how people can find the library and gain more information about events, needs, or opportunities?
Well, basically, we do it through Facebook. You just go onto your Facebook, type in Saltsburg Free Library, and obviously it'll take you there. It always has the activities listed. Then we have a web page, saltsburglibrary.com. Pretty simple to remember. And so you go to that. Again, there are surveys on there saying what type of books, what kind of activities you want to do. There are our complete book inventory is on there. So if you're looking for a book, you go on, and it's an Excel spreadsheet that pops up, and you can find it. Might take a little digging, because currently we're at 6,900 some books here. We have 322 patrons. So we are growing, and those are probably the two best ways of looking from home. Coming here and actually seeing what we have is the best way of seeing what the library has to offer you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. This has been Abraham Klein with Tom Trunzo up at the Saltsburg Library. We would we'd ask you that if you've watched it already, which you have at this point, hopefully, we'd hope that you would share, subscribe, and again, share it with everybody that you know. Thank you for watching. Bye.